What's going on, boys and girls? It's your boy Jason here, and I wanted to have a quick heart-to-heart talk with you guys, so don't go anywhere. All right, so today's video, I wanted to just talk to you about some stuff that's been happening this year, 2020, and wanted to talk to you about what this means for this next year coming up in 2021. Now, the two areas that I'm going to be discussing are COVID-19 and the presidential elections. Now, I'm not trying to get political. I'm not going to get political, but I'm not trying to sway your thoughts one way or the other. I'm just going to establish some basic facts on what that means for us in this year coming up. So first of all, the pandemic. So when COVID hit, obviously, as you know, it took a lot of jobs away. Many businesses had to shut down. They had to do cutbacks. And for those that were lucky and fortunate, they were forced to be put in a remote setting where they have to work from home. Now, that's interesting because I've been working from home for about 4 years now. And this COVID pandemic thing has not affected my finances. In fact, I've actually earned more this year. And it makes sense because when you work online, when you have an online business, it's not affected by the brick and mortar stuff that, obviously get affected because of COVID. The reason why COVID affected most brick and mortar businesses is because, people weren't supposed to go out. They weren't supposed to leave the home. They were supposed to stay home. But the businesses that are online, they continue to grow and flourish. So it makes sense in that regard. With the presidential elections, again, I'm not getting into, President Trump versus President-elect Biden. Whoever you like is whoever you like. But what I'm trying to say is that regardless of what happens, we know that if President Trump stays for another term, then he's going to operate the economy and the job market one way. And then President-elect Biden, if he does assume the role of president, then he's going to operate the job market and the economy a completely different way. You got Republican and Democratic. They both have completely different ideologies. And so that means that, it means different things for what's going to happen in the future. So, I'm not going to get into what their specific beliefs are, but this could be the difference between the economy rising up sooner or the economy taking a longer time before it can be fully up and at 'em like it was before. So, and the same thing with the job market. So, the reason why I say that, guys, is because, with the whole battle for who's going to be the president, we've already gone through this whole year struggling and trying to figure out how we're going to pay our rent, how we're going to buy our meals, and how we're going to support ourselves. And now that we're at the end of the year and there's this whole, war for who's going to run the presidency for 2021 and on, it's obviously going to, there's talks about prolonging the quarantine and, stuff like that. So what I'm trying to say here is that we kind of don't know how much longer we're going to be in this situation where businesses out there are going to be struggling. We don't really know that yet. We don't know how much longer it's going to take. Some people were saying it's going to be another year. Some people were saying it's going to be another couple years. Honestly, there is no answer. There's no answer to that. And even if, let's just say, worst case scenario, even if, businesses are able to rise back up, the economy is able to finally start to stabilize again, whatever the scenario, even if it's getting better from here on, it's still going to take a while. I don't know if it's going to take a year. I don't know if it's just going to take a few months. I don't know what that scenario is going to look like, but I do know that even in the best case scenario, it's still going to take some time. Now, I've mentioned this before, and I'll say it again. What if, and God forbid, but what if something like this were to attack us again in the future? Maybe not right away, but maybe a few years from now. Well, this is what I really want you to understand. We are living in a digital age, and I'm not someone that's like, I want to be plugged into the computers like the Matrix. I'm not saying, hey, we need to forego our temporary human bodies and become android and all that, right? I'm not about that at all. But what I'm saying is we do have to adapt to the times. And back then, having a business online was not it wasn't a big thing, Only a few people were actually doing it correctly. Many other people were trying and failing because they just were not. It was not normal to them. Their concepts were like, the only real way I can make money is the way that people have been doing for generations. But we're living in a new time. We're living in a time where technology is at an ever rising incline. And, your home, you have the ability to run a complete full-on business from the comfort of your home using a computer or a tablet like this or a smartphone. It is completely possible in 2020 for you to run a business successfully from home. And that's what Stay Home Celebrity is all about. I want to teach you how to do that. And, for the last few videos, I've been promoting something that I really feel is great because, first of all, it's quick. It's already set up for you. And all you have to do is make sure that you go through the steps to set up your tools the way that it is supposed to be set up, and then just stay connected and stay consistent. Let me tell you that if you are not consistent, you will fail, guaranteed. I am telling you, you will fail because you have to remain consistent. Now, the times that you could lay back and take breaks is when you've made it. Is when you've cracked the code and you've finally broken through the walls and you've entered into, this breakthrough era where you are, you have created an income for yourself. But it's going to take time for you from the start line. It's going to take time for you to get to that point. So what I recommend for you to do is I want you to, first of all, I want you to think real hard and really contemplate this. I want you to contemplate what it means for you to set yourself up for success going forward. Again, we don't know what the future holds. We don't know how long this is going to take. We don't know if the pandemic's even going to be gone for, even after they distribute the vaccine and all that, right? And even, like I said, best case scenario, okay, vaccines distributed, people getting better, COVID's not a thing anymore, but it's still going to take time for the economy to rise up as it should, the job market to get up as it should. And if something like COVID knocked us down so far, what's to stop something else from happening like this again in the future? I prayed against it. I pray it doesn't happen. But if you're not prepared for it, then you're going to be struggling just as you were this year. So what I really want you to think about is what that means for you, what you're going to do, and how you're going to prepare. I'm always talking about making an online business for yourself. Now, the cool thing about making an online business is that you can do it for anything. And if you want true unbridled success for your business, it should be something that you truly enjoy doing. It should be something that it doesn't even feel like work, but that you're excited to do it. Because you have a purpose. Each and every person on this earth has an individual and specific purpose for their lives. And that's why we have our own interests. You really need to tap into the thing that you love and find a way to turn that into a way to make money for yourself. Because you'll never run out of money. If that's the case, you will never run out of money. I'm telling you. It will be your life will be transformed when you can find that thing that you truly enjoy doing and turn that into a way to make an income for yourself. And I'm real big on this. I'm a believer in having multiple streams of income, because if one income takes a hit, then you have the other ones to fall back on. Instead of you just have one income, it takes a hit, and now you're scrambling to try to find something else. No, be proactive, be prepared, have a way that you have multiple income streams so that you can make more money than you've ever imagined. And that money buys you freedom. That money gives you the ability to do things that you've only ever dreamed of. Let me tell you something. You think this is impossible, right? There are people in this world, and it's not so few that you can count them on a couple hands. There's several. There's a bunch of secret millionaires that you will never know. There's people in this country that are making tons and tons of cash, and you will never know because they don't have the need or desire to make it public or to do anything that would let people know that they make a lot of money. It's not until you go to their house, aka their mansion, right? Some of them, they don't even care to have a mansion. They have a simple, ordinary house, but they have tons of cash and they could do whatever they want. They could travel for wherever they want, right? Some of them don't want flashy cars. They just take a regular car, a nice, secure, regular car, right? But with the money, they get to do anything that they want. Money buys your freedom. That's what it does. And so you don't have to be flashy and all that unless you want to, but you don't have to. And there's tons of people in this country that do that, but you'll never know. So remove from your mind this thought that there's no way that I could be one of those wealthy people. You absolutely can. You just have to listen to wisdom and follow the advice and take massive action, consistent, massive action. So with that in mind, I want to tell you to do a few things. First of all, start an online business. How? Glad you asked. There was a link in the description box below. What this link goes towards is an online platform that it's basically a business in a box, meaning that all the pieces are already put together. You just have to set it up. There's basically two accounts that you need. One is your autoresponder. This is what emails people so that you don't have to. Now you should still email them, but this autoresponder takes a lot of the heavy lifting from you because it's going to take several tries of reaching the same person to convince them to buy your products, right? That's normal for any business in the world. That is completely, utterly normal. You need an autoresponder. Second is a page builder. Now, I don't know how many of you guys design websites, like modern, responsive, mobile-friendly websites. I do. That's what I've been doing for a living, and that's what I've been doing since 1999. But the other thing about business is that business loves speed. Now, I could set up my own capture pages and everything from scratch, hand coding and everything, but I'd rather just have something that's already built, already made, throw it up, and boom, there you go. Now listen, this link below allows you to set all that up. Now, this is basically a make money online thing. So this isn't one of those, well, I could just take this and do any business I want. No, it's what do you say? It's by the number or whatever. It's basically you follow the instructions, you get it going. And so, yeah, it basically is one of those make money online platforms. But the thing about that is that the way that this works, it's a earn while you learn. So you set it up and you reach out to people who also want this freedom, who also wants to learn how to create businesses and generate that kind of income so that they also can have freedom. So while you are earning, you're learning how to create your own businesses in whatever you truly desire. So right away, that's your multiple streams of income. You got 2 streams of income. The first one is the link below. The first one is the business in a box that you set it up and you're creating income by promoting your business to other people who want to learn how to make money online. That's your first stream of income. From that, you can you can learn and then invest into setting up another stream of income. And this is the one that you truly have a desire for, whatever it is. So right away, you got 2 streams of income. And then from that, based on what you learned from here, you can duplicate that model as many times as you want. What if you have more than one interest that you truly enjoy? Awesome. Set up as many times as you want. But my recommendation is get one set up first, make that successful, then move on to the next. So by setting this up, make sure you invest your time, you invest your energy, and you set this up to succeed. As you are generating income, then you can move on to the next thing. If you haven't started making income from the first thing, don't move on to the second. Make money from the first one, get that going, make that an income, then move to the next. This is what millionaires do. This is how millionaires make tons and tons of cash every single month. This is why you're hearing people on YouTube saying that they've made $40,000 in any given month, because they set themselves up to succeed in one area first, then they move to the next after they've already succeeded in the first one. Once they've succeeded in the second one, they expand to the third and the fourth, and so on and so forth, and it just mounts up. This is 100% possible, but you have to believe it in your mind first. Now, if you had all these income sources, if something like COVID were to hit again, chances are you will not be affected as much as many other people, because you have more than one income going for you. So hopefully that makes sense. I really just want you to understand what is possible if you can truly devote and dedicate your mindset to doing something like this for yourself. Because I want you to be prepared. God forbid if something like this would have happened again. I want you to be prepared if the economy and the job market doesn't rise up as quickly as we need it to. Be prepared. Because there's, what other reason do I have to explain? Be prepared, right? So anyway, that's all I got. So click the link in the description box below. Give this video a thumbs up to let people know, to let the YouTube algorithm know that there's great content in these videos. And then also hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so that you'll be updated whenever these videos go live. And I'll see you guys in the next one. As always, love you guys. It's Jason Torres here. Much love, God bless, and peace.
I should make money for free. Yeah, that's how money works. Money for free. If I ain't got a boss, then it's not a legal way to make money. You gotta know that's true, right? You gotta have a boss for it. Okay. The only way to make money is by spending a crazy amount of time. If I'm not like slave or nothing like that, okay. But okay, here we go. Nobody makes money from home. This COVID thing is just a fluke. We're gonna be in office again, and if you seriously want to help me, you should just give me money. That's how you can show me